They say at WhatCulture, everyone's got a gimmick. An eel. A drink. A podcast that can be controlled. But the great ones, they use it to their advantage. They own it. They've got them right where they want them. The rest just haven't figured it out yet.
See, guys, anything's possible in the pyramid.
So, Uno!
Wait, are we not playing poker?
Well, this didn't work. Should we go back to Vegas?
Yeah?
Okay.
Welcome back to fabulous WhatCulture Mania Las Vegas. 4 nights, free entry. You'll be getting WrestleMania ups and downs live in the Luxor Hotel and Casino, and start spreading the news because we're bringing Raw and SmackDown watch parties to New York, New York. Plus, there will be even more huge announcements coming soon, so sign up and be the first to know.
Yes, anything really is possible in the pyramid.
Hello and welcome to the SmackDown preview. I'm Adam Wilbourn from WhatCulture, joined by another one of the Dudley Boys, Michael Hamflett from WhatCulture, here to look ahead to tonight's episode of Friday Night SmackDown. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube, where we do daily wrestling podcasts where we not only review SmackDown, but also Raw, show formerly known as NXT 2.0, AEW Dynamite pay-per-views, premium live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a roundup of the week complete with a bloody good quiz, of course, on WrestleCulture. As I said, though, joined by Michael Hamflett to look ahead to tonight's episode of Friday Night SmackDown. It's rare that I do a double salute, but I'm simultaneously very excited for this week's SmackDown.
Yep.
And very excited for the SmackDown review on Monday.
Yeah,
Special guests.
indeed. What should we cover first? Should we cover a bit of SmackDown first? I know it's a bit of a bold strategy for us, isn't it? The reason I say that is because, stick around a little bit because we're going to get to like a doubly exciting. Every SmackDown review is exciting in its own way because we're talking about SmackDown, but we'll, talk about a doubly exciting one later on in this podcast. But right before we came in to record, you just in the kitchen making the brews casually dropped in a couple of things on this card that I had no idea about.
Yeah.
And I've also gone from what would be like default WrestleMania season level excited about SmackDown to, hang on, what? But this could change WrestleMania season.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure they won't. We'll get to it. But I'm sure they won't make anything like so bold tonight that all of a sudden the landscape completely shifts. But I didn't think some of these matches or potential moments were coming. And now I'm going into this thinking, well, is everything quite what it seems? Like, with a couple of title pictures, with the potential of a reveal that I'd forgotten about that could get paid off tonight that was set up on Raw. That we'll get to
we don't have a chance to talk about that.
Like, there's quite a bit of meat on the bone here.
Absolutely. I know Sid is just bouncing off the walls to review this on Monday.
Yeah, he's if there's two things I know Sidge loves, it's the Fed and people making like people noises really close in his vicinity.
Oh, yeah,
sniffing and burping and coughing and chewing and all. Like
retching.
Yeah, he loves all that stuff. So I just think he's like fired up about taking that spot in the chair. At long last.
The day after the derby as well. I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
Well, you say that right. I don't think I'm speaking out of class. I think you'd agree if he was in the room sat right there. His mood is more impacted by that game than mine. I will, I'll be sad if we get beat.
It's Newcastle versus Sunderland, if you're unaware, this weekend.
Newcastle versus Sunderland, the second derby of the season. We won the first one, and it does reduce a little bit of the pressure, but I would like not to lose. It's a nice game to not get beaten. And I sense we will. So, like, my thing that day will be, I'm watching with the kids, and my thing will be just like, this is the early side of this great season we've had. Sorry for all these.
And also this time tomorrow, I'll have 100 nuggets sat in front of me.
I haven't told them that, and I never will.
We'll get into it. I have a lot of questions preparation for this, but never mind preparation. What about Fallout from Randy Orton's betrayal, his heel turn, his attack on Cody Rhodes last week, with the added wrinkle of the, non-interview that he gave on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Where he's on the phone to somebody. He's set to, I think WWE have advertised, explain his actions tonight.
I mean, the massive heel turn's got a gabbo. Like, they've done it. They've gabboed that bitch. I thought the heel turn was really, we talked about this in SmackDown review, I thought it was really effective, despite the reality potentially being a heel Randy Orton match, which is often never good. Historically, rarely ever good.
Yes.
As one of the main events of WrestleMania, and it is indeed seeming like it's going to be night one. Quick update on that, by the way.
I think it's confirmed now.
Well, Nicholas flagged this up a couple of weeks ago. There was I'm going to get the game wrong probably, Fallout theme to the half of the Mania graphics.
It looked a bit like Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, I know they've changed it about 20 times, but yes, I don't think I know which one you're talking about.
Well, there is a consistency. We spotted, because I was like, that's ugly as out. And
there
Nicholas
is.
was like, but look at this.
But I'll let you finish and then maybe have to debunk you.
Oh, okay.
Carry on.
So on WWE.com this was last Friday. So at the time there was just the 3 matches. I think a couple more have been added since. Punk and Roman was in this sort of blue turquoise, almost like Blade Runner looking cityscape.
Oh my God.
As opposed to Orton and Cody, which had that Fallout New Vegas, like destroyed Las Vegas, all the signs on the ground, everything, whatever. And then Liv Morgan and Stephanie Vaquer had that aesthetic as well. And then I feel like I saw, it might have actually been on Raw, the Brock Lesnar Obafemi one.
Oh my God.
Had something that was similar to it in the fact that everything was destroyed, which, you know, the two monsters walking into town, that whole deal. But I await the debunking, because I'm not, this sort of stuff's interesting to me, so hopefully it's interesting to the other listeners and viewers. But not just the layout of the night, which is fun to speculate on now. It's an added ingredient of the WrestleMania extravaganza of it all. But yeah, I like aesthetics, and I really did not like the CM Punk Roman Reigns one. I don't like the names next to each other anyway. It looks like it's a series of 2-letter words rather than the actual one. Design-wise, it just doesn't sit right. But also the lack of Vegas iconography on the Punk Reigns one, I just found odd. I found like really, really strange. It doesn't look like you would think it would, considering the like endless supply of things you can borrow from Vegas for your, you know, for that sort of theme. But yeah, the debunking, I don't know.
Well, we were on the right track thinking that it was divided into the nights, right?
Yeah.
Like it looked like that was going to be the separation. But I did see, and I have just checked to make sure it wasn't a dream. They've also done a Punk Roman in the other style poster.
In the other
The other style, and I wonder if maybe some bad feedback from the future-y non-Vegas looking one.
Good.
I don't know. Or maybe they're just keeping people guessing. I don't know.
Yeah.
We did report a few days ago, like, chaos in the sort of creative department of them in terms of the designs, them changing it every sort of 2 weeks. And I was like, I'll be honest, if that's the biggest problem going into this WrestleMania, I think we'll be all right. I feel bad for people having to like put all their hard work in something for them to suddenly be like, actually, can you change everything about it?
Yeah.
But I'd rather that than people be like, oh God, what? We haven't got any matches.
Right. So Nicholas is holding up.
Oh my God.
Badass. Like it's the CM Punk Roman Reigns graphic in the same style as Nicholas has pointed out, was the Cody and Roman one. Like it's, I tell you what else is weird for WWE. It doesn't at all jive with the WrestleMania logo. You know, the black and white sort of etched. You can see wonderful structures such as New York, and the Luxor Hotel and Casino, hotels with which we will work with yet again this coming WrestleMania. 4 nights, all free.
4 weeks from tonight.
4 weeks from tonight. Raw and
Smack. 4 free as well.
So, is
that anything?
It's been something for longer than it's been nothing in wrestling. Yeah. Raw and SmackDown watch-alongs at the Beer House at New York Hotel and Casino, and then post-WrestleMania ups and downs and post-WrestleMania podcasts at the Public House at the Luxor Hotel and Casino. WhatCulture.com/live to get more information, of which there will be more coming soon, which we're excited to share. But don't worry about ticket prices, because entry is free to all of them.
You're joking. Not another one?
Yeah, another one. We are, as we have been since last May, the only people on YouTube actually positive about WWE's return to Las Vegas. But it's because we get to share such class time with all of you guys as well. So we hope to see as many of you there as can make it out for WrestleMania this year, because we're going bigger than last year. We can't wait.
All right.
Good.
He's going to be there as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the main reason people are going to turn up.
He can only last about a week with us, and then he's like, right, see you next year, boys. No, actually, he sees us in London, doesn't he? He has a
when
6-month break. And then,
yeah, that's about as much as he can take. Randy Orton, the Raw thing was so great in how weird and unsettling it was. Where was he? Why was the signal so poor? Like, why did he even agree to the thing when he was going to cut it off so rudely? Like, I loved the mystery around it. The potato quality was very appealing to me, you know? I don't know who the Gabbo is.
I was just Googling that, actually, because I'd seen about 10 different suggestions, and I'm fascinated to see who you think it might be.
So I'll do a couple I don't want, right? I don't want it to be Bob Orton.
No.
I don't know how old Cowboy Bob Orton is now, but I wasn't even real. And to be fair, that was 20 years ago as well. I wasn't a big fan of the stuff when he came around the last time when Orton was feuding with The Undertaker in 2005.
Liked it when he had the blood on his face and then he looked back and it wasn't there.
Yeah.
That was good stuff.
75. Right.
Orton.
So Orton was speaking as if this guy has played an integral role in Orton's decision-making between Elimination Chamber victory and what he did to Cody on SmackDown. Somebody's had a word in his ear and said, do this. Now, there's also Malachi Black, who, whether we like it or not...
He's pulling the strings for this WrestleMania.
He's gotten this character over in the way that Karrion Kross wasn't permitted to. Is that fair? The guy that says he's doing stuff, is he really doing stuff? Nobody can claim it, and, you know... So I don't really want it to be, I don't mind if long term they've got this idea where Karrion Kross, where Malachi Black Aleister Black continues to be the guy that does all this stuff in the background, but I don't really want him to be the guy on the end of the phone. I'm not particularly bothered about him. We talked about one of the desks, which was one that crossed my mind straight away, which was Kevin Owens.
Oh my God.
So Kevin Owens might not be fit to wrestle. Serious neck injury. It's only been a year. It was only last year's WrestleMania against Randy Orton that he pulled out, right? So
of course,
neck injuries can last a long time, and nor would you want to take chances, especially someone like Owens. Like, he's close to the end of his career than the beginning of it, and he's done so much. Whatever there is left to achieve for Kevin Owens, you wouldn't want to take any unnecessary chances. But as the devil on Orton's shoulder, when you look at the current landscape of things. So the idea that their WrestleMania match never happened, and over the period of time, Owens has...
He's a stewer, isn't he?
Yeah. Has gradually started, like, texting, sort of like, sorry about that. You know, it was actually kind of Cody that stirred it, but sorry, anyway, see you later. And Orton is, you know, he's a calmer guy now, Randy Orton, despite what we saw last week, and he thought, yeah, sod it. I'm not going to, like, I'm too old and long in the tooth for this sort of thing. It's fine, we're good, get well soon, I've had my injuries. And that's all happening in the background. And then meanwhile, Orton's probably started thinking a lot about what happened with Kevin and Cody, and we're like, was he right to turn? Was he right about Cody being a bit of an office stooge? Like, what's the deal here? Owens was in the ring with me when we were holding Cody aloft at WrestleMania 40. Maybe he's got something. And then when he has turned, and then Owens is the other guy on the phone, it's just, well, I did it. You were right. Felt pretty great. I'm going to kick his ass at WrestleMania. I'm going to get close to the title. When you do come back, I'll be the champion. So you got a shot, mate.
Yeah.
Who was also holding Cody Rhodes on his shoulders with Randy Orton in footage that we saw on Monday's Raw?
Sami Zayn,
who is currently undergoing his own, like, mental breakdown, much to the chagrin of every free water bottle backstage at SmackDown.
That's the match, apparently. It's not Trick Williams. Trick Williams is out.
Right.
Evian Water is in, apparently.
You can't say they haven't built it. You cannot say they've not built this one.
I'm a Buxton guy myself.
I knew you would be. It's in your part of the world, isn't it? I bet they just, like, stick the empty bottle in, like, Matlock bath and just, which in my mind is a big bath.
Yeah.
Like a big bathtub where, like, all the kids are permitted to play in it.
Yeah.
And just straight out, here's your Buxton water. Do I have a favourite water? What was...
Tap.
Yeah. It's tap. I like the Quooker.
Oh, the Quooker's goated.
I like, we've got an office Quooker, which, for those that don't know, and why wouldn't you, is the brand name of the tap that, like, dispenses boiling water as well as your standard cold, your solid cold.
I was chatting to one of the blokes who, you know, I don't know what his official title is, but he's on the desk every morning. I say morning to him, and he came up in the lift the other day. We both had the thing of like, oh, tap's pretty class, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, we both Googled how much it costs, though, to have it in your actual house.
It's thousands in it.
Yeah.
Like, because you can get the one, I think we had Kuka.
And I definitely forget and be like, time to wash the pots. Ah!
We've had Kuka chat before.
Yeah.
Because you can get the one with fizzy water as well.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
cold,
there's like a third set.
boiling and fizzy.
He didn't appreciate when I said the Undertaker's Booker and Kuka of the year. He just sort of looked at me. Said, what floor are you getting on?
We've been asked to leave the building. Is this what you do? This.
Those guys in ass systems don't hear about this.
Our new neighbours.
Yeah, we talked about it on WrestleCulture last week.
Ass Systems. If anybody is a viewer or a listener of Ass Systems, let us know, because we're big fans of your brand. So,
thanks to Mark Lee Willis for making our book thing sponsored by Ass Systems from WrestleCulture last week.
That's excellent. That's excellent.
But yeah, so
I like Owens. Yeah, sorry.
You heard who Bully Ray pitched?
I feel like you told me this and we had a big old laugh.
Yeah, the name does end with Flair, but it's not Rick, it's Charlotte. What?
Just because you can't use Rick,
yeah.
Presumably. You know, and I get Ric Flair as a pitch, I do. I don't know what the situation is with...
but you might as well just get Batista at that point.
Yeah. Wrestling has more than one royal family, does tie into, obviously, legacy law and...
Ted DiBiase.
God, no. And the DiBiase's right now, you kind of touch that.
Yeah.
I don't want to say this.
Oh.
I don't want to say it. I really, really, really don't want to say it.
He's going to say
it. I'm just
going to get... Wait, just one second, Nicholas.
Nope.
Button ready for...
Hamflett, what if it's The Rock? Because he's got a family.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Please rule it out. Please.
You know, it did cross my mind that out of just nowhere, as it was last year, you know, we've aggregated it. A lot of people are talking about it. 316 Day was 31.6% off.
Yep.
The Rock, in his, which I do like, his never-ending political war with Triple H, just went on record and said, yeah, they called me for Chamber because Fed sucks. Like, don't you dare where's the like that. Don't you fucking dare, right? And he came in, and I guess he spiked a house in Canada. At what cost?
Still paying for it.
Because he kind of half killed John Cena's last year ever, and WrestleMania Night 2's main event went up in smoke. So yeah, about 1-1 at best. But
remember WrestleMania 40?
Well, this is it, right? So we've got a lot of like 1-1s and 2-2s at the moment. I mean, there's a lot is going to be decided by in terms of culture wars by WrestleMania 42.
2-2 for the Raws after WrestleMania.
2-2 for Raws after WrestleMania. 2-2 for Triple H WrestleMania's full stop in good versus bad. I
push back on that.
But it was apparently ticket sale related. What was it? Something about like the Canadian economy is pretty rubbish.
What?
Like they were just coming up with all the old stuff. First time business had been soft in a while. So in came The Rock, apparently. So that is a story this year.
Roman said, leave Punk to me.
Yeah, the WrestleMania tickets are what they are. There's a lot of reasons why they're not going to be drawing as well currently. Last year.
Sit on the set now, can't you?
They did that last year, didn't they?
I think that was more like people just got put on it.
Yeah.
But this time you can actually buy tickets. They're on sale today. I might have a look whilst you're talking.
Tickets, they're going to be 5 figures.
Yeah,
they're going to be like 20 grand or something. But in general, the attendance, they want higher numbers in terms of bums and seats than they're currently getting. Like it's going to have a probably quite a healthy secondary market again, which it hasn't done the last few years. So The Rock as a spike gay, I don't know. It does as well.
I certainly spike when I hear The Rock.
Well, again, everything's politics, man. Everything. Like, what happens if The Rock, it's not The Rock, but what happens if The Rock was to be inserted into this? And another year where he's kind of attached to a Cody feud, does that all of a sudden force the conversation into Cody and Randy being the Night 2 main event?
God, no.
And
I think it's been
now,
confirmed.
you're Dwayne, your precious Dwayne, right, booting your tribal chief and the punker out of that spot, that Roman can be like, you know, it's fine, actually, I've had bloody loads of, like, Night 2s. I can't see anybody being disappointed by this situation, right, Phil? And just to watch that, to stress test that, like.
I mean, everything can change, but I'm 99% certain that they've just confirmed. Like Triple H literally said, night one is.
Did he?
Is Randy and Cody, and night
Did
two.
also once have a guy point at another guy, which was 100% definite, and then it wasn't.
Yeah, he did.
So
He does do these things thinking he has any power, and then he don't have no power no more. So
if you take the letters from the name The Rock and you shuffle them around and throw a couple away, you get RKO. So
Good point.
Yep.
I mean,
Crack the code.
Basically,
It's like what? It's
Stone Cold.
It's X plus 1, 2, whatever it was, all over again.
oh my God, a full-on anagram is C, the RKO. That's an anagram of The Rock.
Yeah.
So Wilbourn's got the tweet ready.
Yeah,
Yeah.
naturally.
Mystery solved. Cody can't have seen this coming. It's probably not The Rock, but I love that they've done this.
Oh yeah.
I love that they've done this.
We had to fill the void left by the box.
And it's been filled. Well, hang on. It's been filled, but let's not denigrate the box.
Absolutely not.
Because the box has given us Danhausen, and I have watched Danhausen pretending to be Stone Cold Steve Austin
Right.
5 times. What? The bit when he's speaking to Jelly Roll, and he's as close to Jelly Roll as microphone is. He thinks I'm Cold Steven.
The wink.
Oh, God. That guy, I love that Danhausen.
I've watched another one where he's walking backstage and he's got a pen and he's like, I'm here to sign my merch. And this poor bloke, who's obviously his job must be in every arena, is to lay out all those CODY weight belts for him to. Danhausen walks towards them. Like, he must be like, I don't know what this kid's going to do. He walks towards them with a pen and he's like, do you want me to sign these? And the bloke's like, no. And he signs like a picture of CODY, which presumably he's like, oh, I can lose one of them. But, like, he's an agent of chaos, and I love him.
He's a gift, man.
I'd somehow missed him doing the, when he's talking to Chelsea Green and he smashes the thing on the floor to do the glass pop for Austin. He, like, drops it and then stamps on it.
Cold Steven.
It's called Steven.
Like, he bothers the Miz on that one.
Yeah.
Their on-screen chemistry, their dynamic is absolutely fantastic.
I think he should be, to just reference a thing that's going to happen on this show as well, I think Jellyhausen, as it has now been pitched, is quite tasty.
Yeah.
Because you've got the Miz.
Yeah, we talked about that little universe. Felt like something, didn't it, last week?
Miz got chinned last week, but now this week we have Kit Wilson calling out Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
There was a rumor. I don't know what came first here, the actual rumor or someone thinking, and this is, I can relate to this, Jelly Roll, Rolls Royce Keys. There we go. We've got a team. And it's like, it's been poo-pooed now.
Rolls Royce. That is good. I like that. That's a shame. I would have had that.
Just people would just, all the knives would have been out there, wouldn't they? Of like, that's how you're using Royce Keys.
So are you telling me then it's going to be Pretty Awesome?
Pretty Awesome versus Jellyhausen.
Jelly Jam. That's what he called him, didn't he? Hello, Jelly Jam. I like it. I think it's... I don't necessarily... The problem with Danhausen, and it's such a small one at this point, is that he should never, ever wrestle. Because he's a fine worker, by the way. He's not amazing, but he's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
But it's... You risk losing something. Like, if you're going to do it, maybe WrestleMania is the place, right? But you risk losing something while the magic is so fresh, while a lot of people are just being introduced to him. I have known and experienced Danhausen for so many years, and I couldn't look even more like a fed head than a normal I do by being like, now I get it. I can't, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I remember when he debuted in AEW.
In Sidge's defense, he's always said, Danhausen works, but not in this promotion when he was in AEW.
Yeah, I remember him debuting in AEW, and I kind of had no opinion either way.
No.
And then I kind of saw the value, and I think we all like the hook stuff. But him not getting used was what kills the character, because the idea is he's kind of got to be a constant bother.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of the gag with Danhausen, isn't it? More so than being a constant wrestler, is that you just need to be a constant presence. And the more he was absent, the more it was like, his brand of nonsense is kind of irrelevant, and that's the worst thing he can be, is irrelevant. Right now, like, he's one of the most relevant wrestlers in the company. The merch is selling out the ace.
Could they and this is like sacred ground I'm about to step on here.
Mm-hmm.
Could they Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville that bitch and have him like use a t-shirt cannon in the match?
Yes, absolutely.
I need to rewatch that match before we go, by the way.
What if, you know how Jelly Rolls lost all that weight?
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible, isn't it? What if for WrestleMania, Jelly Jam, under the advice of Danhausen, does what like Nigel McGuinness did on that when he did that tour DVD, and he just wears one of every size of the Danhausen shirt. So he comes out to the ring in like 10 of them. So like, and the top one is like, what, I don't know what size Jelly Jam is now. Like, let's say he's an XL or something, but he would have once been like a triple or a quadruple XL. So the first one is the biggest one, and like the hit Miz is like, get that off. And there's just more, it's just Danhausen t-shirts all the way down. And then when he's ran out of t-shirts, Danhausen's like, right, got it. And that's when he pulls out the t-shirt gun.
Have you seen who's rumoured? Sorry, I'm all over the place here. We will get
exciting
back to
time.
Randy Orton in a second. Have you seen who's now, I mean, he's already had been rumoured, but now they're doubling down on it. Who could, well, the next celebrity that could be heading into the Fed?
No.
The GOAT of the NFL, Tom Brady. He's been doing a lot of the whole like, oh, it's cute, but it's a bit fake, isn't it?
Birmingham City's Tom Brady.
Yes, but it's a bit like, you've said a similar thing twice. One of them was on Logan Paul's podcast, and I sincerely doubt that would have been allowed to fly.
So there's an in, yeah.
And then he's on a red carpet for Summit being like, yeah, it's cute, all that. Cute was the phrase he used, but then also words to the effect of it's fake. And there's been trademarks and stuff established.
Yeah. I mean, the bar is Gronk. Like,
Exactly.
he could like fly over that one, couldn't he? Like,
I don't know.
like a semi-deflated ball.
Can he dance down to the ring, or?
Michael Cole won't have to fake enjoying it quite as much, I think, if Tom Brady walks the aisle. Yeah, why not? I don't know much other than the Deflategate thing from back when the Patriots were kind of like the Man United of the whole game. And
Which team was that against again?
was it the Colts that got screwed over?
My boys.
You've never forgiven them.
Yeah.
You never shut up about that. Mansfield and the Patriots, that's you're like, "Ugh." Yeah, could be anyone. Hope it's somebody good. Feel like...
Do you think we find out tonight or no?
Possibly.
We've got 4 smackers, basically.
Cody's not going to be there, so it's something pretty significant that you can reveal while Cody's not around, so you don't know what Cody's reaction to it is.
Does Sammy confront him tonight?
I was thinking about that. Like, I really love these Sami Zayn backstage segments, but one of the tricks, I guess, with them is that he doesn't ever really interact with somebody who's... like if he interacts with Orton this week, it's very difficult for that Sami Zayn character to like see the good in him. Do you know what I mean? Like last week when he said he was like really putting over Randy Orton, wasn't he? Like Randy Orton's Randy Orton, Cody. Come on, you're not Randy Orton. You're a cool guy, but you know, like Randy Orton, he's this like pillar of respect and like, he's a one of one. And now Orton's done that bad thing. Sammy has to go in with the complete opposite tact. He's actually got to go in and express disappointment with Randy, only for Randy to sort of be like, well, you know, like you would have won the world title if you'd have been as violent as I was. Like, is that not then, are you not taking away Sammy's
Maybe
plausible deniability as a pretend babyface? I suppose like Sammy could like hear that and be like, I don't know how you even dare, Randy. Like Cody is my friend. Like how dare you? And
Aleister Black's going to sidle up to him again.
well,
backstage.
and Randy just says, well, yeah, he was my friend too. Anyway, I'll see you in the main event of WrestleMania. Oh no, it's just me, isn't it? And then he just
Are you even on the card?
Yeah, he just walks off. And
Trick Williams won his match after what you said to him last week. Where are you?
This is it. A million things just like heap the dirt on, and Sammy's left once again fuming, and the cups and the.
Trick Williams. Trick Williams tonight should be like, and despite what happened, Randy Orton.
Hey, you all right?
Does Trick Williams use last week's win to basically
Insert himself into the main event of WrestleMania? Yes, please.
We've all been thinking it, but insert himself into WrestleMania. Yeah, does he try and do like a Brock Lesnar type challenge? Like who wants to step up to Trick Williams at WrestleMania? Jacob Fatu,
Lemon Pep Step Up.
the Lemon Pep step up.
Everyone's saying it.
Yeah, that's how they've already branded it. Like it would be such a cool thing for a character like him. Like Obafemi has just answered an open challenge. They are not afraid to put hot new NXT wrestlers in big matches if it feels like they warrant the spot. And Christ, Trick warrants it more than Oba, you know? like, you could just come out and simply say, like, that's what we're doing on Raw, is it? Well, I'm not, like, Oben's not the only guy to come up from NXT, and I don't know if you noticed, but I've got some pretty impressive stats compared to who he's been beating. Isn't that right? Whoever, and then he just shoots on, like, Miz and whatever. He's like, I'm way past these losers that you've been beating on SmackDown over. I want so-and-so, and he gets that challenge answered. Like, it still feels like Mello will be against Dragunov.
Yes.
This weird stuff.
I don't think that's making the Mania card.
No.
I think that might be a SmackDown before Mania.
Dragunov's mom is kind of a weird twist in this tale. Like your mother would be proud of. Like, that's he's rooted in, like, trying to be respectful about the violence.
I was going to make a joke there, but I'm not. I mean,
he's trying. He's trying to stay good, isn't he? In order to, like, pay respects to his family, but he's presumably going to lose it and then eventually snap. I
think that's the central premise of it all.
So Trick's above that. Like, I would love it if he was able to come out and just be like, right, I want somebody at WrestleMania. I would love that. There is no obvious feud other than Sami Zayn. No obvious sort of, like, needle that he's got with anybody other than Sami Zayn. So that feels like
would be fun, because there's a few people right now whose dance card are worryingly empty.
Mm-hmm.
We talked a lot about Gunther recently. What's LA Knight doing?
Hitting strangers with a car recently. He did have that little backstage thing with the Usos, didn't he? But yeah, LA Knight, like,
Trick and LA Knight going back and forth on the microphone would be very entertaining.
Like,
but I agree. I think the Sammy match is the one to do. By the way,
they've done some work towards it, and it's a good win for Trick to get as well.
It's a good loss for Sammy.
Yeah,
even
it's a great loss.
Weird.
No, it's a great loss. It's like, say he gets the match. Maybe we've booked it, we've sorted it, we've fixed it. Randy Orton does all that we've said, and Sammy smashes the water and cups over, and then Aleister Black chuckles, and then Sammy's like, right, yeah, he's right. Trick comes out, all bombast, braggadocious, beat Jacob Fatu. It's getting a bit too easy, this is. Who wants me at WrestleMania? Sami Zayn actually answers the challenge. And Trick's like, why should I face you at WrestleMania? Like, you scruffy little turd. And, like, Sammy just says, like, I've got no reason for you to fight me. But, like, you know, all I'm hearing is how, like, I can never be a world champion. Like, so you can't beat me if you're supposed to be the next top guy. And Trick's ego is pricked out a little bit, you know. And then Sammy can revert mostly to his babyface leaning sides, but look all the more pathetic en route to Mania. And then if the crowd go with Trick, you've kind of allowed the audience to get your double turnover, haven't you? You've allowed them to pick, and I think they will pick Trick Williams and boo Sami Zayn. You've allowed them to go with the story that you're telling on camera as well.
Well, speaking of Mania matches, set for tonight is the former world champion Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu. But, I mean, this is a Mania match, isn't it?
I think so.
I mean, considering what Drew and Priest did last year, I think that could be even better.
I like that they've done it, even though it feels, very much match to build a match. Either no finish or something incredibly cheap.
Or the reveal of what we've been talking about for months now. Who attacked Jacob? That's the catalyst for Jacob kicking so much ass that the match never really even happens.
Because Drew says, I have to knock his teeth out again. And Jacob just loses it, yeah. Because there's a bit of a loose end with Jey Uso's attack as well there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Somebody needs to... Do you think the Vision will end up claiming that one?
No one fed it. Didn't they say...
So it wasn't, yeah.
It wasn't. It was like in a way of... Not like Brad, Baylor and Ricky Smokes on NXT holding the chair over someone going, nothing to do with us.
Yeah. No, they were trying to say what...
It did feel like... Yeah. Just to clarify, this is definitely not us.
So Drew could claim that one as well, couldn't he? Like,
he could try again to take out Jacob Fatu backstage before the match even happens.
I like that. Yeah, because you've done it, Wilbourn, because all Drew McIntyre is doing is 1997 Bret Hart. And when shortly after he quit Raw and then came back, which is what Drew's done, they tried to have the Bret Hart Sid match 3 times on Raw because they were just desperate to win a ratings point. It wasn't working. WWE were kicking their ass. So we'll start with the main event. If anything, Bret gets attacked by Steve Austin. Right, top of the hour, we promise, because it just switched to 2 hours. Top of the hour, definitely main event. Here comes the world title. Bloody Steve Austin again. Well, I guess it's going to be for the main event. Please stay tuned. There's more Steve Austin. So Drew could do the idea that it's going to open SmackDown, like SmackDown GM, can't remember his name, but he's made the good call to be like, you know what, I'm not going to have more like late twists, and I'm not going to have him quitting. You're going out to the ring now. And it's been told, you get told it's going to be the opener of SmackDown. And then like he's been attacked. Jacob's been attacked again. And Jacob's crackers going into the second hour and maybe even the third to get his revenge. And that's how it's revealed that it was Drew. This is Drew's MO now. We took him out last year and he's taken him out again.
I'm going to tell you the truth.
Calm down. Don't go dental. I mean mental. Anyone you want, really.
Yeah.
You're barking like a canine.
It's a hell of a weekend, this. SmackDown, Derby, Gladiators semi-final part 2.
Yes. I'm up to date on that now.
Did I tell you the news? You know we're going to do the Gladiators experience, despite the fact that we probably have to remortgage our house.
Me and you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Did you know that they have announced there will be Gladiator meet and greets at the event across the weeks that they're doing it at the NEC in Birmingham?
Uh-huh. I didn't know any of this.
Yeah.
So you have to go meet some gladiators?
Yeah. Not only that, the reveal of who it could be are incredible. So it's a really wild mix all over the place. So start off Diamond and Hammer.
Yeah.
First few days in May. Friday the 8th of May might be a day we could target. We could record the SmackDown preview on location or something because Hunter is going to be there.
Oh, wait a minute. They're doing like a Raw reunion. It's like Kelly and Ted DiBiase.
Well, speaking of which, also there is Jet.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm going nowhere near.
22nd of May, Lightning and Jet. 15th of May, Lightning and Saracen.
You at a Jet meet and greet. I can't be near that, I'm afraid. I will not. I will not participate in that. You will goon in your own time.
I think if I was going to take Eric to any of them, it'd be the one with Nitro. He really likes Nitro now.
Hammer is... like,
I've got me Hammer.
Season 3, Hammer has gotten over huge in our house. Hammerhausen. Like, because it's their first taste of, you can't touch this.
Yeah.
So to them, it's the song that he's magically invented that Barney Walsh can't dance to. So Hammer's he's gotten the push in our house of late. Giant is perennially over. Who else?
Eric likes Fury.
Fury is a big star in the Hamflett territory as well.
She doesn't really like to mention this, but she used to play rugby.
Yeah, it's come up once upon a time, isn't it? I'm a day one legend guy because I just want somebody that resembles a wrestler.
Yeah, I'm annoyed that Legend isn't on this list.
Yeah.
Busy, isn't he?
He's recovering now.
And for those wondering, because obviously I think you must be thinking, wait a second, semi-final, that means week after final. What the hell do we do all our lives with no traitors or gladiators? Good news, American Gladiators drops the Friday of WrestleMania weekend.
And that's got Miz in it. 2026. Hoorah!
Hoorah! That's got Rick Boogs in it.
Boogs, yeah.
It's got Wardlow. It's got Camille.
Yeah.
It's got my personal favourite, Mr. Pectacular Jesse Goddard, who follows me on X, I discovered yesterday.
Nice. I love how in American Gladiators.
Eric thinks that's the coolest thing I've ever done, by the way.
What? Getting followed by a gladiator?
Yeah, a gladiator follows me.
That's pretty good. I love American Gladiators. I love how in American Gladiators, the wrestlers can be gladiators in English Gladiators because British wrestlers are so wee that they only get to be contenders. Gladiators are bigger than British wrestlers. I'm into that. We've had two, haven't we? Two wrestlers. Like, one from this season. Yeah. And then the babyface one who won or got to the final in season
Certainly,
1.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm Team Shawnado tonight. Tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, big weekend. But let's be honest, we're all focusing really on Monday. Let's talk Maccas for Smackers. It is huge. We've been building to this for a long time. Brian Weddig, if you haven't seen it, we'll share it on our socials if you've missed this, has made an incredible, 25 years on from My Way?
Yeah.
For your...
What a time to drop it as well.
Gargantuan challenge. People unaware, if you've missed all this, on Monday, Michael Hamflett is going to be attempting at least to eat 100 chicken nuggets as me and Michael Sidgwick review Monday Night Raw. Review Friday Night SmackDown.
I could start in Raw and just keep going through
Yeah,
SmackDown.
who knows?
Just sit here alone. I'm going to do that, what Wilbourn just said, or attempt to. 100 chicken nuggets. There's a few things I want to address here.
Just one more bite.
That is excellent. I thought I had a good one, but yours is better. I need to eat you, Nug. I need to eat you more than anything you can ever imagine.
The Brian Weddig, he's put like clips of you talking about it, clips of you eating on various podcasts.
Are you going to say the pop that he's dropped in early doors?
Bam, not a factor.
As a nugget gets dipped in sauce. Mwah. But I will be going in dry. I don't use condiments. 100 chicken nuggets. Box of what?
Stop looking at me, both of you.
Yeah. Maccas to Smackers. It's gone out of hand. I casually said it because I'm greedy and ignorant that I could eat 100 chicken nuggets. Wilbourn questioned it, which was immediately like, should have been the red flag, but was instead my line. No, double down on this.
Yeah.
You said it now.
Yeah.
Not because I think I can do it as quick as some of those like lunatics on the internet that are just like Matt Hardy in that pizza eating contest. Like I've had a look at like
we watched Beer and Meats Food the other day, didn't we?
I wanted to find just somebody casually enjoying 100 nuggets, not like making themselves almost choke on a
speed eating.
Yeah. So, but I'm gonna try and casually enjoy 100 nuggets while Wilbourn and Wilbourn and Sidgwick casually enjoying this Friday's SmackDown when they review it on Maccas to Smackers. Now, Randall, Larry, and a couple of others. I dipped back onto Twitter to share Brian's video and had a couple of notifications, have very, very generously offered to donate $5 per nugget eaten to a charity of my choice. That charity, and this is where something nice has come from my ignorance and greed, that charity is going to be Down Syndrome Northeast, a tiny charity, which means an awful lot to me. I've raised money for them in the past for the likes of the Great North Run. My son has Down syndrome. They've provided like excellent support. We've got like friends and families of people like that. I tried to set up a donation page 3 times. 3 times it was closed down because Just Giving don't really endorse dangerous eating.
Have you had to get around it?
I've found a Just Giving link that just funnels money directly to Down Syndrome Northeast. It's there, like Just Giving. They're only a really small charity, entirely voluntary, ran by like parents and stuff like that. We're actually, this weekend, I'm going to Hartlepool United's home game, and Charlie and like 10 other kids are going to like wave a flag on the pitch.
That's
because
awesome.
Tomorrow itself is World Down Syndrome Day, and the colours are blue and yellow, and Hartlepool traditionally playing blue, and they're going to have like a blue and yellow special kit for the day. And like there's going to be Charlie and like 9, 10 other kids waving the flags and stuff. And it's going to be this really lovely occasion where I'm going to tell absolutely nobody from Down Syndrome Northeast that I'm doing this pretty horrific thing live on the internet. But they might see a few quid coming in. So I have tweeted the link at Michael Hamflett. I'm not really on Twitter now, but if you go to the top tweet on my page, you will see the link. Sharing Brian's video and sharing a link for the Just Giving page where you can donate directly. You can do it now. You don't need to do it at all. It's just Randall and Larry were extremely generous, and as of Monday, I guess we'll know how many nuggets I've eaten and how much they might be prepared to donate if they're still able to.
Yeah, I'll guilt trip you on Monday. Come on. Do you not care about charity?
It's for charity. I'd also like to shout out I'd like to shout out George McIntyre, who sent a parcel to the office the other day that was full of Pepsi Max Cherry and Pepsi Max Tropical that have now gone in the fridge. A few have been shared with the office, but I'm keeping the majority because I'm going to need them for, as people know, burping it through.
Of course, yeah.
Because if this isn't gross enough already, I might be loudly belching at various points in order to make space for more nuggets. At the point at which the nuggets are there, you get a burp in and it moves them to about there.
Of course, yeah, everyone knows that, right?
That's the science bit, like on those shampoo adverts. So that'll get rid of a few more nugs and make space for some more to go in. So those are going to buy. I'm going to drink some water. I've been reading up on some advice of that.
Shout out to Jack Goodwin.
And Jack was the other person I wanted to shout out because you sent me this link. Sid sent me this link. Jack has written an article for Medium in which he has incredibly lovingly listed 10 stages of my nugget odyssey. And he just makes some really great points, such as, why is he doing it? Nobody asked him. And how I am somebody that does not realise the situation facing me. And that's true. Like, I've told a few friends this week, and I expected like a sort of a hearty chuckle or a kind of, you know, oh, that's weird. You got a weird job. And they're the same age as me, and they just look a bit concerned. like somebody works adjacent to like the medical field and was like, "Are you worried about the acute damage it might do?" I was like, I was Googling like, what's acute? I was like making sure it was like,
Don't be so obtuse.
Yeah, nothing long standing, obviously, but yeah, you can hurt yourself. I don't know. Like,
I'll retweet Jack's excellent article because
Yes,
it's amazing,
please,
and
yeah.
I need to send you because George contacted me to find out how to send this to you, and I forgot to say he's also sent an article saying, read this verbatim what he sent to me. I found this online and it doesn't make for good reading. The quote, "Success demands systematic training, strategic preparation and masterful execution," leapt off the page. He's going to crash real bad. And it is called How to Eat 100 McNuggets in 1 Hour. And it's got a training regime. Now, I realise you maybe don't have time for phase 1 Nug Burst protocol or phase 2 Norwegian double nugget days. But I'll send it to you anyway. Are you doing, very quickly before we get back to, the wrestling thing that we talk about sometimes, are you doing any prep over the weekend? Are you going to have any nugs in advance?
nah, because I want to appreciate them.
And is a small breakfast on Monday? Because it's weird. You'll have passed lunchtime. We're hoping all going well to go live at 2:30 p.m. UK time on Monday for this.
Yeah.
So I assume you're not having any lunch.
No.
Brunch or an early breakfast or
Just a
some
breakfast, yeah.
porridge
Yeah,
or
just
Greg's breakfast. Treat yourself. I mean, the calories are out the window anyway,
yeah,
pal.
probably not a Greg's breakfast on Monday. Probably just a standard porridge, something to keep the stomach in business. Like makes it think it's a normal day before those little guys that we talked about. Jesus Christ, what's he doing? Keep digging, shoveling through all this pink processed stuff that's getting digested. Yeah, I'm gonna.
The final 72 hours before the challenge, so I've just read this.
Okay, we're in it.
Require
Nearly.
careful preparation. Athletes, let's not, get carried away here.
Look, athletes.
Should reduce fiber intake, increase water or Pepsi Max cherry consumption, it says here. That's strange. Focus on sleep quality. The day before the challenge, solid food should be eliminated after dinner, with the morning of the attempt limited to a light breakfast of 2 slices of toast with honey. Arrival at the venue should be 90 minutes before the attempt, allowing time for, quote, dynamic warm-up, equipment checks and mental preparation. I'm going to try and put some stuff on the old social media on Monday.
Okay.
At Adam Wilbourn across all of it. It'll probably be like a reel or something I'll put on Instagram. Just maybe some bits where I like chat to you. Certainly I'll get you to film me in the car that I'm driving to take you to get the nugs on Monday.
Well, I hadn't thought about that. Like, people that have like stand-up desks.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the seated position was an error. Like, because it goes in your legs, right? That's how the body works. Like, so it's got more space to move around.
Mm-hmm.
That's a consideration. At some point, I might have to like just sort of pace a bit while I'm eating.
Maybe pop down to see Emma in the gym downstairs and ask her thoughts on all this.
Seats and nugs on the chest press.
I agree. Went to the chest press when you could have just eaten them on the treadmill, which is standing up while you're moving.
And since signing on to Netflix, I've converted it into the Fed mill, so I can watch that while I'm training.
You never going on there again. That's good.
Ruined it for Nicholas.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a nice sign on board of this now. There you go.
Look at this!
Point at sign.
Yeah.
Best producer in the game.
Look at that. Sorry, everybody. I'm really excited. It's people's.
I'm like Shane McMahon there.
I've just remembered. I said I'd play you encouraging messages that I got sent.
You got encouraging messages?
No, but I have one to play for you right here.
Okay.
Apologies if this doesn't really come through.
Does you have to pick a number between 1 and 15 by any chance?
No, he doesn't.
That'll be the Monday night.
I'm going to try this.
Come on now.
I don't know how it's going to go, but good luck, everybody. There we go. Let me pause that. Unmute it. Put it back to the beginning like an old person using the phone.
Yeah.
Ready?
Close those dirty tabs as well. While you're on.
Yeah, I got that shut down.
Ready?
Yep.
Here's your message. That's my son saying, well, at least attempting to say, good luck, Hamflett, I'm going to eat your nuggets.
How can I fail with that level of inspiration? And it's nice to know that at least like one of our collective children knows I'm doing this, because my kids must never find out until they're like 18 and old enough to make ruinous decisions themselves.
I told you about my dad being horrified about this last weekend.
What chance would I have at saying no to anything if they knew that this was occurring? Like, No, you can't do that. That's irresponsible. Is it, Dad? Is it irresponsible? Well, like that.
Oh, yeah, it's a good
It's
point.
a go-to, isn't it? I've got to like protect that. I was going to say protect my integrity. That went a long time ago. But I've got to protect like the veneer of integrity as best I can. I absolutely love that branding so friggin' much. Like, what have you done today to make you feel proud? I'm just like scoffing chicken nuggets. This is what I mean. I am nothing but excited, other than when people talk about the serious damage you can do to yourself or like how terrible it could be. I was just thinking like eating enormous quantities is where this all begun. Like talking about never feeling like I've left an all-you-can-eat buffet, having truly eaten all I could eat. There's like a...
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm nugging it.
Yeah. It feels a little bit like I get to, considering it's McDonald's rather than Burger King, have it my way.
I love the fact we already have our dream job, and you're like, yeah, but what about other dreams at the same time?
That's a great way of looking at it. Like, as I am...
I'm sure the doctors will agree.
Yeah. As I am sweating out fake...
Well, Adele, you went the way you wanted to go.
Also true. Like, as I am sweating out that pink chicken stuff that goes in nuggets, like, know that this is very literally a dream on top of a dream.
Yeah.
What you are watching might look like extreme discomfort. It might not. What I want more than anything in this world...
I kind of want this
right
for you as
now
well, by the way.
...is not just to do it, but to just, that was good.
Yeah, to make it look easy, and everyone's like, what?
I've one of the great...
Phil said he's going to tune in on his day off.
That's nice. One of the great things I love about debating wrestling with Sige, going back to when we very first started this job and all the millions of arguments and debates we've had in these podcasts, and they're so much fun, right, is that so much of it is rooted in our perspective of things in general. And I love that. I feel like there's a consistency. Yes, it's very obvious what companies we favour, but there is a root of the consistency here. I'm wearing yellow today, baby, because if I could live in the middle of the road, I would be that line. Like, I love the 5 out of 10 life. Yeah. Like if life was a dice, I'd just be happy rolling 4s forever, because like you can gamble on a 6, but what if you get a 1?
Mm-hmm.
New. So like you could have the finest food. You could like wine and dine like kings and queens, or
Burger Kings and Queens.
Or you could just have absolutely shed loads of the thing you like. And I think this is like an illustration of that, you know? Like,
I think you need to fail this for science, actually, because
do.
I'm terrified about what might happen to your brain if you succeed here.
I know. Well, I failed the cracker one.
I need to. It's just made me think of something, and I'll bring it up because I saw it, and it feels like something that you need to think about before this. I'm sure people will know. I haven't got dates and all that in front of me, but a story popped onto my timeline very recently about a man who attempted to rob a bank. This is legit. I'm not just doing a bit here. This isn't the start of a long joke. And the man, have you seen this?
Yeah, I know what you're about to say.
The man went into the bank with lemon juice on his face, right? Because he had, of his understanding, thought the lemon juice is, well, we could put it on paper and it becomes like invisible ink almost type thing. So he assumed that the same method would apply to his face, would make his face invisible to the cameras.
This headless clothes have just robbed this bank.
And he even did a test, and when he did the test, he checked the footage and it had worked. But the reason it had worked was because he had just put the camera on the desk and missed his head so it just showed the ceiling.
No way.
You just went into a bank with a wet face, basically.
Yeah, and robbed a bank, and the police caught him within like 2 hours. Like, it was that easy.
But just they could sniff their way to him.
All of which is to say,
get lemon face.
All of which is to say, this inspired the terminology in the scientific study that became known as the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Yes.
Are you familiar with this?
No.
This is why I want to bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you prove me wrong. But the Dunning-Kruger effect is a cognitive bias where people with limited knowledge or competence in a domain greatly overestimate their own expertise. I just want you to think about that.
I mean, for a start, we need to rename this podcast that. I think we might have Dunning-Kruger affected about 8 years of wrestling at this point.
And while you may beat this entire challenge with experience, by dragging it all down to your level and winning that way. I also want you to just think about that for the next couple of days.
So what you're telling me is that I need to rub the nuggets on my face before eating
that was
them.
that was
That's
the
the takeaway from all that.
And then I, not only do I win a challenge, I can rob a bank.
You can rob a bank because they'll never get you. There you go.
Oh, God, this could go badly wrong. I've got a long walk planned for afterwards. That's the only kind of... It's not in preparation for the...
Oh, yeah, I mean, how are you going to get to the Gateshead Mackies after that?
for tea.
I'd love it if you did it and just to rub it in, sent a message in our group saying, just having a small McDonald's for dinner.
Do you know what? I'm going to share a personal low here because you're all going to see one on Monday.
I was about to say.
And it's related to McDonald's, actually. We had a particularly... You know how I've, hinted towards the fact, I don't make a big thing of it, that I'm not a huge fan of Christmas.
Yes.
Well, many Christmases ago, a lot of this is we joke about it. We're getting serious for a second here, gang. You've got a kid now. It can be difficult, can't it? It can be a challenging month full of I don't want to use this word, but deadlines. Stressful deadlines. You know, you're never not without a lot of tasks. The intensity is ramped way up. You might be skint because it's an expensive time of year. You've got other family members to tend
I
to.
leave it to Santa, so we're all good.
That's it. Maybe I should have relied on Santa for longer and I didn't. Anyway, so it was Christmas Day at the in-laws, and I think we only had Charlie at the time, but he was very young as a result. And there was a lot of family around us, but it was just a hard day. A couple of things didn't quite go as we'd liked, and he wasn't having a particularly good day, and it was really, really stressful. And we've eaten a relatively large amount with it being Christmas Day. Mm-hmm. That goes without saying, right? But I forget what it was, but I think Charlie just got to bed, or it was at an age where he was just napping. But Adele's mum was God, you could go and get a bit of fresh air or something. If you want, go and have a breathe. There was lots of other in-laws and cousins and stuff around, so we wouldn't be missed, you know. So I was like, yeah, I could do for that as well, actually. So we went for a little drive. It was where she used to live. Go and see there, you know. Went for a little drive. And then we're 50 minutes in the drive, and I tell you what, I could absolutely murder a Mackey's milkshake. Just to just take the edge off today.
Yes.
The Christmas food hasn't really worked in the mental health restorative way so much as it has filled the belly. That, however, would get me back to scratch. Thinking that McDonald's was Christmas proof. And it's because when I'm in there, it's Christmas every day.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking
24/7, aren't they? Yeah.
It was shut.
Yeah, of course it was. It was Christmas Day.
I honestly thought it would be open. And I cannot tell you, it was only momentary, but the despair I felt as we pulled up to the Wigan McDonald's and it was shut. That sad.
Oh, today of all days.
The sad switched off M. Well, I'd never thought to even consider it. I thought McDonald's was this because some shops will open, right? Not everywhere needs to observe Christmas. So I just kind of thought McDonald's will be that M isn't just for McDonald's, it's for me. It'll be there when I need it. And it was closed, and I didn't take it well.
Do you think that was that cognitive bias coming into play again, was it?
I got bloody loads of that. I've got cognitive... This is a lethal combination, and my ignorance and greed. I've got cognitive bias in line with cognitive decline. That is
double bubble.
Double bubble. The brain is slowing and switching off as I also get thoughts wrong. This is...
I'm sure eating 100 chicken nuggets is going to help that noggin fire back up.
This Freddy Krueger effect. Absolute horror show.
Put the McNuggets in the McNoggin.
Right, can we talk about SmackDown again?
Yes.
Nearly been an hour.
Will we ever not?
Change the logo. And back to normal.
Point at time.
What else we got tonight? Oh, yeah.
Loads.
Just the 2 tag title matches.
Big.
Now, one of them, to quote Michael Sidgwick, or to
quote him.
Yeah, to echo his facials, I don't think we're getting a result in, and I'm absolutely fine with that because I can see the destination with all this, because we've got the Irresistible Forces, that is, of course, Nia Jax and Lash Legend, taking on the Bella Twins, who came back last week and said, we've got next. And then proceeded to cost Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss a definitive title win.
Yep.
I mean... You've got Asuka and Kairi, although I think Asuka and Io might be the match at Mania. But
I think that stinks, and let me tell you why. Asuka and Kairi on Raw, while Bayley and Lyra were saying, we're going to have to do something about this. Let's go and see how we get ourselves in the tag title mix. Immediately interrupted and said, what makes you think you're going to get in the tag title mix? Can we not just throw a good match on the show? like in Asuka and Io, like rather than having as many tag teams as you can wedge into this showcase as possible.
Io needs a partner, basically.
Well, Io gets a partner for the tag thing.
Io versus Gunther.
Oh, you jest. That would kick.
It'd be awesome, that, wouldn't it?
That would be absolutely badass. Nothing would stand a chance of stealing the weekend if they could book Io versus Gunther.
Jelly Sky, that could be a thing.
Everything you're pitching is better than Io versus Asuka.
But
I'm the one brave enough to say
Lyra
it.
and Bailey are probably going to be involved in this.
Yeah.
We sort of have weirdly spoken this into existence, haven't we?
Have we, or is the Fed a bit more together than a lot of people are giving it credit for?
I think they're listening to us.
Well, yeah, they are listening to us. But one of the things I listen to is us saying, you're great, you're doing a great job, keep up the great work. So, I don't know, maybe they've got that Dunning-Kruger thing themselves from like just taking the biases from the SmackDown review. Like, I do think they've illustrated the division's like breadth of quality and quantity for this reason.
Yeah.
I think we're arriving at what was a destination put in place several months ago, kind of when Rhea and Io were feuding with the Kabuki Warriors, was the point at which you started to notice how many teams were in the chase and in the hunt. They were all able to go into the Royal Rumble, but none of them needed to win, and thus you got what you got with that. I love it. I think it's going to be a proper advert for the success stories of the division over the last 12 months, and WrestleMania, even though it rarely is really, it's supposed to be the season finale.
Yeah.
It does feel like a season finale for this specific era of
And a
women's tag
reward
wrestling
as well.
Yeah.
For some people.
I would open the net as wide as you like. If there's NXT teams that you think, sod it, like you could go, like Fallon Henley and JC Jane.
Immediately what I thought of.
Short of a WrestleMania weekend reward because Stand and Deliver has been moved, like get inserted into this, having, like, let's say JC loses the belt, right? A Stand and Deliver, but them two are told by Shawn Michaels or Robert Stone or whatever that, like, oh, there's one slot opened up, and we're going to do a qualifier. Right, and then they just cheat to win it on TV, and they're put in at the last minute, and you've got to say, what, 5 or 6, and it's just this tag team showcase. Great. Like, the more the merrier. And I think over the course of our aforementioned little coffee chat, I've talked myself into thinking, much like the showcase year at 39, where you had the men's on one night, the women on the other, I started to think you're going to do that with the belts, 42, based on the other tag title match on the show.
Well, yeah, the other one is, of course, the MFTs, being Soda Sikoa and Tama Tonga, taking on Damian Priest and R-Truth.
Talk about derby weekends. I got one on the football on the Sunday. I got my favourite guys match this Friday on SmackDown. I'd be gutted if the MFT's run was cut short right now for Priest and Truth to win the belts, but I did kind of want Priest and Truth?
Yeah.
Priest and Truth to win the belts.
Yeah.
So I think this gets thrown out, doesn't it? Again, Lantern stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Could actually cost them the titles here. You know, like the Lantern getting snatched back and forth. But I would much rather see this get thrown out or end cheaply in order to get us to chuck them all in. Like, didn't the Motor City Machine Guns want a bit of it?
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, what we're here for, that was there.
We'll talk. Yeah, they've got a match as well tonight.
And you mentioned a potential return.
Oh, the news today that finally we're talking about the Street Profits again.
Mm-hmm.
And they are rumoured to be returning. Now, I'm not getting ahead of myself. I'm going to say that they are going to be on this show. I mean, 4 weeks out from WrestleMania, I wouldn't mind it. It's just a report from, I think, WrestleVotes on Fightful Select saying they are coming back. No word on any injuries or anything like that. It's just they haven't been booked. They did that January appearance on the NXT loop that they did. That's about it. It's been months since we've seen them. And I don't know why. They should be one of the first names, especially if you're booking tag teams for WrestleMania.
You can't, I don't think, personally, I don't set too many rules here. I accidentally found myself rather comfortable. You can't call it good booking, I don't think, when it's just throw all the tag teams in. Not in the men's one. The women's one less so, because it's felt like a direction. But I think it's reasonable matchmaking, especially at WrestleMania. I think it's I'm not arguing that like somebody getting featured as like one member of a tag team in a multi-man is like a WrestleMania moment. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like, it's what you dreamed of as a kid, is walking that stage to being also ran in a match with 10 other people in. However, it does, I think it adds something to the card where like the whole is great in the bum of its parts sort of way. Like, oh, this is on. I'm not hugely invested, but the belts are on the line, so the stakes are real, even if the hatred or the supposed
matching it.
A little bit, yeah. Like in the TLC at SummerSlam last year was fantastic as well. So if you step it up, I would still rather women get it. I'd still rather women get the benefit of tables, ladders, and chairs and all the other bells and whistles that you get to use. But I guess you could do it with both. But if you were to step it up as well, it becomes all the more the party match. I think there's a place for it at WrestleMania of all shows or stadium events. Stadium shows can fit it. They really can accommodate it, you know? Like, you've got Rayo and Bravo.
I was just thinking them as well, yeah.
Those two guys, like, I bet they'd love to be in like a big multi-man ladder tag spectacle at a WrestleMania, like getting the names on the screens and all that sort of stuff. But they'd bloody love it. But the way they're going with the Americanos, they're not going to get onto WrestleMania. But then all of a sudden, they could have their first one. Be nice for them, wouldn't it?
Who would you have from NXT if you were going to do that, if you were going to copy what you did?
Vanity Project. All day. With the belts, by the way. So they could just potentially be double champions. Or, low-key, Hank and Tank.
I was going to say Hank and Tank as well, yeah.
Because I will remember that table dive from standing
Nicholas was talking about
Livery
the other day, yeah.
I think about that a lot because I've only ever watched it back on screen once because I actually prefer my in-arena memory of the visual because the dive looked impossible. Yeah.
So I think we're going to get a result in the MFTs match, but I don't see them taking off the MFTs this close to Mania.
But getting Priest and Truth as new MFT rivals is a lovely cold water to the face from the Wyatt vortex, isn't it?
Do you think Truth's going to have an interaction with the lantern?
Yeah.
Be drawn to it like a moth.
What if, I forget, like when Solo blows it, he blows it out and the lights come on. Is that correct?
I think so.
It has a reverse effect with Truth. Like he keeps blowing it. It's like a clapper light. Just on and off, on, off, on, off, on, off. Yeah.
And finally, with regards to other tag teams, we have this intriguing match between, the Motor City Machine Guns and Fraxium, that being, of course, Axiom. And Nathan Fraser.
When I'm cleaning windows.
Shelley and Sabin. What's going on there? Because they're not happy with... Sabin's not happy with Shelley? Right?
Sabin reckons Shelley's spending too much time caring about Gargs on his box.
And he said something about prove your loyalty to the Motor City Machine Guns. Are they going to split?
I don't know.
Are they going to turn heel, maybe?
Hugely care. I'd like them, if you might as well turn these two heel. They're fun heels. They're real arseholes. I'm not totally convinced that anybody within WWE cares about the Motor City Machine Guns.
Nash in to work with them.
Oh my God, that would be incredible.
In case people don't know. Paparazzi
Productions in TNA was something that Kevin Nash and Alex Shelley and then several of other X Division wrestlers got involved in. It was that kind of TNA brand comedy that no other wrestling company has ever, AEW included, has ever really managed to master, where like Nash would kind of rip the piss out of himself in his own career in order to like try and give these wrestlers a bit more like character-based direction. That's not for everybody. But it was a collision-ass division, and he was trying to make some of them dynamite ready, to use like modern parlance. The Guns kind of emerged from that. Most notably, Jay Lethal's reinvention of Black Machismo, which I would imagine he credits as a big thing in his career. So many, like Dr. Nash was a character in it for a bit. He would smoke a pipe. And the best segment that we talk about quite a lot, I've got it on a t-shirt, is where he shows the graph of like the highest draw world champions. So you've got like, and he takes pot shots while he's doing it. So you got like, yeah, Hogan, not bad. Brett, not bad. This big Spike way up here. This Big D. D's at the top there. And we Steve, good run. Rock, trash. Gets that popping. He talks about how there was like 30,000 people at Madison Square Garden, and I think it's Shelley that says, they can't get 30,000 in the garden, Kev. Good that night. It's just fun, really earnest.
I think it's time for them to turn heel. They're not doing anything, are they?
They're good self-fit. Like I go on all the time about a particular spot where they would like do the heel version of like the few rabbit punches in the corner where they go like 1, 2, 3, like that point of the hand because the Motor City stuff. Fraxium, bless them, they're an easy team to turn heel on. You might
put
as
that
well.
into the multi-man because you need Fraser and Axiom in that match.
What if they turn heel by Shelley because he's sympathetic to take Gargano off Candice's hands for a while, like wheels him down to ringside, and then he wheels Gargano on the crate into, say, like Nathan Fraser's leg or something.
Okay.
And takes him out. He's used Johnny Gargano as a weapon, effectively. And like, don't get me wrong, I know it would look preposterous to wheel somebody down the ring on a production crate. But
you'd get reaction though, wouldn't you?
It's going to generate noise, isn't it? That's what you can be certain of. It's a funny visual gag. You know, you might have even had a little backstage segment, so there's been some action in the back to prime them, to warm them up. Like, it's one of them things that's a banker of a bit of a ripple of a pop in the live crowd. Sorry that you go at the safe tropes, but sometimes you need to. I'm a traditionalist.
I've now convinced myself that they're not splitting now, which went into this thinking that they might, but they're going to have Gargano there at ringside, laying there miserable, sad, and then he's going to see a moment, jump up, cost Axiom the match, and then go immediately back to laying back down, and the referee's going to look and be like, yeah, there's no way he's got involved to cost them this. He's not moved, that boy.
I like that spot a lot, yeah. And it becomes his little thing where kind of the camera catches him with his eyes open, then he has to shut him again. When you pretend to be asleep.
Isn't that some old Axiom law about tag teams splitting up who face them?
That's a good point.
They kind of, it was to tease their constant breakup that never happened, then it never really got picked up again, did it? When they got to the main roster. Don't mind that though. Like,
well, they could split, and you could. I mean, Shelley could align with Gargs to form a new tag team, and Sabin. He's done single stuff before in TNA, of course. World champion, wasn't he?
Yeah, it is all very post WrestleMania experimentation stuff that's happening before the event rather than after. So I rule nothing out, but it's all so low stakes. Like, we're talking about it because it's a thing that's happening, but it's not that hot at the moment. As we say, you get some reaction. You push a guy out on a crate into the crowd, you're guaranteed to get something. Everybody knows that. But, like, other than that, it's not the hottest stuff. So this, if it just gives them something, it might be a change in direction for the better.
Yeah, this is the most I could possibly look forward to an MCMG for Axiom match.
Yeah.
With this sort of stuff.
And that's not fair on the quality of their work.
No, they're
but,
amazing workers. Just right now, if they'd have booked this without what's going on with them and Gargs and what have you. So we'll wait and see. But let us know your thoughts ahead of SmackDown tonight in the comment section below, or on X at WhatCulture WWE. Actually, you can follow all three of us. I'm not even going to say sort of. You just can. Follow Michael Hamflett at
Michael Hamflett on X, where you can find the link to Just Giving, where you can donate if you want to Down Syndrome Northeast, as much or as little as you can afford, or not at all. But as part of that, kind of, really, they found a nice thing when I've done a ridiculous thing, 100 nuggets on Maccas for Smackers on Monday.
You can follow our long-suffering producer, Adam Nicholas, at...
It's Adam Nicholas.
And you can follow me at Adam Wilbourn. Follow us all at WhatCulture WWE. As I said, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling, wherever you get your podcasts from, for daily wrestling podcasts. And join us on Monday for Maccas for Smackers, 2:30 p.m. UK time, live on YouTube, as I said. I got Wrestle Culture coming your way later on today as well, of course, with hashtag Bloody Good Quiz. But for now, this has been the SmackDown preview, where we talked about the potential of the Motor City Machine Guns splitting, Kit Wilson calling out Jelly Roll, 2 tag team title matches, Drew McIntyre versus Jacob Fatu, and all the fallout from Randy Orton's heel turn.
The SmackDown preview. It's got all this and just one more. Nug.
See you soon.